Endometriosis is a condition that affects 700,000 Australians. Despite its prevalence, endometriosis is something that's not commonly talked about or even known about. Although endometriosis is considered a woman's disease, it does not discriminate by gender. Any person with a uterus can be affected, but gender diverse individuals experience additional difficulties to being diagnosed.
Hi Jess. When did you first notice symptoms?
I first got symptoms as soon as I hit puberty, when I was 10. I got my first period then, which in its own was weird. Everyone said it was too early. But yeah, ever since my third period probably, they'd been excessively heavy and excessively painful, where I'd miss school for weeks at a time, end up in hospital because I was in so much pain. The process of getting a diagnosis is belittling at best. I think being told by doctors that you're making it up, it's all in your head, it takes a massive toll. And since starting that process, I've been diagnosed with anxiety and depression. Before I got a diagnosis, I think I saw 5 doctors. Multiple GPs and then multiple specialists as well.
So what is endometriosis? We have Dr. Jaiwardena to shed some light on this condition. Dr. Jaiwardena, thank you for joining us today. I would like to begin by asking you, what is your explanation of endometriosis?
In endometriosis, these tissues is inner lining tissues or the endometrial tissues are seen outside of the womb. These outside tissues have no place to be removed. So they start collecting, and these collections can cause severe pain in the area that these tissues are being collected.
I think whenever a young girl goes to a doctor saying my period hurts and it's heavy, they assume that you're exaggerating and just not used to what it's like to have a period. So they say that you're exaggerating and you'll be fine, and just to get used to it. Whereas pain isn't normal, and they don't stress that. My last job didn't understand, no matter how many times I tried to explain. And every time I took time off, whether I was in the hospital or just physically incapable of coming to work, it wasn't okay. And I nearly lost my job so many times. Even with the medical certificate, they didn't believe me a lot of the time. I'd send pictures of me in hospital to my boss and they still wouldn't really believe me and think that I was just making it up and exaggerating. They couldn't understand that something that's meant to be so normal for every female could be so bad.
Where did you work when this happened?
I worked in a hospital kitchen. Socially, the number of gatherings and dinners and stuff that I've missed with friends at the last minute because I just can't cope I've lost a lot of friends. I think obviously none of them knew what it was when I first told them, and until I got that diagnosis they all thought that I just didn't want to hang out with them or spend time with them. But once I was able to say I have endo, they were more understanding because there was an actual reason.